Good morning, Thailand. My name is Vitas. I make scuba diving and travel videos, and in today's video I will share with you some tips on how to film underwater. Before we start, I just want to mention, if you get underwater and you can't see shit, it means your camera can't see shit either. For quality footage, you need good visibility and good water and weather conditions. Alright, first thing first, know your gear. You need to know your camera inside out, what lens you have, what are the best underwater settings, and how to adjust them quickly underwater. You need to know all the strengths and weaknesses of your camera and your setup. For example, I have a GoPro, it's an action camera, it has a fisheye lens, so the subject I'm filming needs to be close to the camera. Also, it's small, it has a small sensor, so it's crap in low light conditions. If you want to know what GoPro settings I use, there's a link somewhere up here, go check it out. Number 2. Perfect your buoyancy. Make sure you're properly weighted, make sure you can hover in one place, and learn how to backfin, which is a reverse frog kick. It took me 60 dives before I became good on air and my buoyancy was on point, and only after I brought my camera underwater. Tip number 3. Know your surroundings. You don't want to land into a bunch of urchins when you're filming some fish. You don't want to touch the coral. Trust me, you don't want to be that diver. Underwater, you can only touch yourself or your dive buddy if he's having a problem. Tip number 4. Hold that camera still. If you're shooting with an action camera with a selfie stick, you just point the camera at what you want to film, you press the button, and you just hold it like that. That's it. That's all you need to do. Make sure any camera movement you do is solid and smooth. Hold that shot for at least 5 seconds. It will make your life in post a lot easier. Try to avoid doing this movement with your camera, as your footage is not gonna look good. The only time you can do this if you're following a fish. If you have a bigger camera or you want your footage to be more stable, use a tray like this. I use this all the time because it makes my shots more stable. It reduces the movement I can do, and I can reduce the shake by having both hands on the tray. There's an affiliate link in the description for this tray that I use. You want to stay on the same level of whatever you're filming, as these shots look the best underwater. If you're filming people and you want to catch their face, you want to be slightly above them, so they have to raise their head and look into the camera, and when they do that, more light hits their face and you can actually see their eyes. Also, try to catch some footage when people are inhaling, as there are no bubbles around. The shots from above usually don't look good, and shooting from below, too much light may hit the camera lens and the image can be overexposed. But in my opinion, just try different shooting angles and see what works best for you. Tip number 6. Don't chase the fish. It knows you're there, it will run away, it swims faster than you, and you will just end up burning a lot of air. Tip number 7. How to approach fish. There are 3 types of fish. The one that will swim away once you see it, the one that will take a piss out of you and wait for you to get close and then swim away, and the third one that doesn't care about your existence. When I see a fish I want to film, I check the surroundings first, making sure there's a good angle to approach. I circle around it slowly, and before getting close I take a shallow breath and start exhaling very slowly, so that I create the least amount of bubbles possible. Bubbles is the thing that scares them away. Sometimes the fish will stay put, and sometimes the fish will swim away. Tip number 8. Be close to your subject. The less water there is between your camera and your subject, the better quality image you will get. Tip number 9. Stay shallow. The shallower you are, the more light there is. The deeper you go, the more color you lose. Dive lights are essential for macro, as you're gonna try to squeeze your camera into some cracks or getting under rocks where there's a lot less light. Also, I would recommend to use dive lights in bad conditions, or if you're going for a deep dive. There is never too much light underwater. Red filter is used for blue water with good lighting conditions for wider shots when the subject is a bit further away from the camera. Bear in mind the red filter will reduce the amount of light hitting the sensor. Magenta filter is used for green water. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe to my channel and I will see you around.